Hello to everyone, I hope this channel find you well. If you are new to this channel, please right now click the subscribe button.
Since we started recording, good morning everybody. This is our second lecture. At the beginning of the lecture, I want to give you some things. Maybe if you get it from yesterday, I put some assignment here. This is the assignment. Most of you, I think, saw it. And let's show what was that assignment. I put a very simple assignment for you here. It is in a PDF. Just write your information, student information. Just try to describe the course. If you want to describe our course, what you will write about it. Try to use your word. Okay. Try to explain how you describe about our course at the moment. What about your thinking? If you hear about the course, just write yes or no, I didn't hear, or I hear, I do this or that. And what about our GIS? Do you think it is useful for your future study or your future life? Just write yes, no. If yes, why? If no, why? Just one sentences. I don't want to disturb you. I don't want to deal you with this. Just one sentence is enough. Or for this one, the explanation, just try to use a 50 or maximum 100 words. And what is your expectation from the course? Because these are important for me. According to this answer, I will change the course way according to your, let's say, wish, or according to your things that you want to learn. And have you ever been hear about any example done in your city, in your country, in your neighborhood with GIS? If yes, just describe a word. If no, just explain that what kind of project or GIS could be applied in your, let's say, area. And this is about your final project. Start to think after this project, what could be a final project for you? I just put this assignment after the first lecture because if I put it in first lecture, maybe it is difficult to write them. Try to just feel this is a PDF file. If you just start, if you just click in your telephone or in your web browser or in your team or in your computer, you are able to write here. And I think you need to 15 minutes spend the time for this assignment. This considered as our first assignment. Is it clear, this one? Is there any question about it?
No, Hocam, thank you.
Okay, I think we have a new participant. Let's see.
Hocam,
Semiha.
sorry.
Yes, who is?
I'm a little bit late.
Ali Reza.
Yes, Hocam, I came.
Yeah, I'm just start to put the newcomers. Hale, I hear you.
Thank you,
What
Hocam.
about Semiha? Semiha, I think it's still not here. Let's do two more. We have Aisha.
Yes, Hocam.
Aisha, are you here? Is it Aisha?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Aisha is here. And we have Ahmed Dar Nasser. Are you here? I think Ahmed is not here, and Semiha. Okay. Is there any other question related to this assignment? The assignment due is next week before our class. I mean 25th. It is in a Thursday. Until midnight, you are able to do. You have almost 1 week, and it is not a difficult assignment. But if you have a question about it, or if it is not clear, you can just ask, or you are able to ask me. Is it clear assignment?
Yes,
And
hocam. It's
Yeah.
clear.
okay.
It's clear.
And is there any question related to the previous session?
Excuse me,
Yes,
me,
Baha.
hocam. This session we need that program to use it.
In this session, yes, I'm going to use a program. Previous session, I just give you information. Please, Baha, if you are not in a previous session, go and check our video, especially second part, because the second part is very important for us. Okay, if there is no question, I'm just start our program. If you just install the ArcGIS or ArcMap, you are able to find it from the staff here. I just put it here, S3 ArcGIS. If you already have it in your computer, you can use that one. It doesn't matter. And I just put it this one because this is the easy one to install, but we have a 10.8 is also released. And there is ArcMap Pro. Because the S3 ArcGIS, the desktop version, use component architect. It is based on the 32-bit system. Since it is using the old architecture method, I mean in terms of the programming, component programming, maximum requirement of this program is 4 GB memory. It means that if you have even 8 MB, the program not able to use the more than 4 GB memory. But the new one, the new ArcMap Pro, which is actually not free, and there is no crack for it. Up to the moment, I didn't see any crack personally. It uses a .NET framework architecture. That's why it's also able to install on the Mac OS. Besides, it supports unlimited memory. As much as you have, it's able to use it. That's why the program is too much rapid and quick in terms of the running, processing, analyzing, and besides, it's also use a ribbon system. However, this ArcGIS, the desktop version, just use a drop-down menu. Yes, if you just install it, it doesn't matter which version, you will get the following part. The ones that for administration, the ones that for a document, ArcGlobe, ArcMap, ArcScene, the Python or Python application, interface. This is a help or almost license manager user guide. We have a license service. Again, we have some Moodle, which are, let's say, in collaborate with Python. We have MXD Doctor, or the program which help us to fix our MXD file, and we have a Python command line. The ones that we are going to use, we will going to use ArcMap, ArcSense as an example, and ArcCatalog. But right now, I'm just trying to open an ArcMap. If you just open the ArcMap, typically you will get this interface. This is a very typical appearance of the ArcMap. As you can see, we have a menu, we have a starting menu, we have some recent project. If you've done some recent project, you will be able to find it over this one. If you want to browse your other project, you will be able to use this one. There are some templates. Fundamentally, we are using the blank map if we want to start a project from a zero. But if you have something done before, so you need to use this recent or browse. We have some standard size paper. I'm personally not deal with them because fundamentally I manage my page size or template according to my wishes. So I'm not using these things. There, as you can see, there are some paper standard, and we have a few traditional layout. As you can see, we have some traditional layout here, and we have some, let's say, industry base or military map model, and we have some ready map for US and some part of the world. Okay, this is about your let's say program will be run from this root, and your data, your, let's say, including spatial data, attribute data, will be saved in your document under your username. So this is about it. If you don't want to show it, you can just click, but I want to show it because I'm most of the time use this menu. At this moment, I'm just going to work with one of this map. Let's choose Europe. If you just hit OK, let's close these things, because later you will see these things how you are going to use with them. But at this moment, we are not going to use any of this. So, as I tell you, this is a typical appearance of the ArcMap or ArcGIS. Sometimes called ArcMap like here, but sometimes call it ArcGIS. But the ArcGIS is the overall program. As you can see, it is using a simple drop-down menu, and this is not a, let's say, grid-based system, which we will see, or which we will see it in an AutoCAD, Microsoft Office, and etc. The first one, the first menu, if I'm just going to go over the first menu, we have new, open, save as copy. You know all of them better than me. I don't want to deal with them. We have share. We have some share service. Maybe you hear about it. We have also ArcGIS Online. There is ArcGIS Online. You are able to make, or you are able to sign in through here and set your data or send your data to ArcGIS, or through here you are able to collaborate in a network in terms of the map package or different services, which is again can be combined either by ArcGIS Online or by network. We have a page and print setup. This is our page. I'm going to show you in more detail, but at the moment we have print preview and we have print, and this is the export map. This is the main thing that most of us will going to use. If you just create a map like this one, this is of course a ready-made map. At the end, you need to export your map to the any of these files: EMF, EPS, Adobe Illustrator, PDF, Savage SVG, bitmap, JPEG, PNG, TIFF, or GIF. Also, you are able to change some DPI, pixel resolution, format, color mode, 8-bit, 24-bit, 1-bit, background color, and transparency. These are easy things that you can always, if it's not open, you just hit the option and get it from here. These are easy things. We have an analyze map. If there are some mistake or if any problem in terms of the projection, in terms of the layer, it will give you a notification here, and you are able to solve those problems. As you can see, there are some unsolved issue in these maps. Some of these problem is not serious or is not let's say problematic, but sometimes if especially it's become error, then you need to take care of them. We have some map document property. This is, we are going to use it if we have a map title, if we have a summary description, if we have your name as the author of the map, will be located here. And these are the map that we will open before, and this is the exit button. If you press it, a program will be closed. Now, let's come to the main appearance of the program. As you can see, we have some menu here. These are our menu, the things that we are going to use. What is this? Okay, we have some menu here. We have some quick shortcut, let's say either tools or either application or function. We have some of them here. You can add the new one from here, or you can get rid of them again from here if you don't want, or you can change the order of them accordingly. We have a table of content. This is very important for us. Everything in ArcGIS or in GIS, it doesn't matter which program, we will going to manage under the table of the content. If by chance you lost your table of the content, you are able to just open it from this part under the window table of the content, or even from here if you lost. So all the layer, all the entity, if you remember from previous second part of our lecture, if not, you please go and check it from our video. We have a 3 important entity under our layer. We have a polygon. These are polygon, which is shown by a rectangle, as you can see. We have a line or polyline, and we have a point or node. These are our entities. Sometimes we have a vectorial entity, sometimes we have a raster entity, but at the moment these are the vector entity. So This is about the table of content. You can change the table of content appearance based on the data source, based on the, let's say, visible layer. These are a different method of table content, but I am typically use the first or second one, dependent to the project. This is about this part. This is our canvas, the canvas of the program. At the canvas of the program, we have actually two main canvases or two main views. We will use both of them during this course. The first one use for, let's say, manipulate the data management. We call it data view. And the second one is for a printout, or when we finish our job, we want to send it out. We call that one layout view. From here, you are able to switch between the layout view and data view. Right now, I am at the layout view because we have a paper and of my volume and my network here over my status bar. If I change my cursor, these numbers are changed. For instance, here is almost 0.0 inch, and here the top right corner is 11 by 8.50 something inch. So this is my paper dimension. It means that I am currently at my layout view. To switch to the data view, I need to just change from here. As you can see, right now, currently, I am in the data view because in a data view, we don't have any paper. We have a limitless, let's say, board. If you just go, you again come to the America and again to the America, this part almost Greenland. Sorry, not Greenland, Alaska. This is about the, let's say, our data view. And as you can see, there are some number here. These numbers are coordinate number, geographical coordinate, the things that GPS work with them. And as you can see, our data here, all our data is vector data. Each of these layers are responsible for one of these, let's say, vector or figure. You are able to turn on the entity or turn off the entity from the here, as you can see. Also, you are able to reorder the layer. For instance, you are able to get this one, drag and drop under the, let's say, Europe, or if I am just drag and drop the river under the, let's say, Europe, the river in this part, you are not able to see them. So always the biggest layer, typically the polygon, should be at the very bottom. Accordingly, the smallest polygon should be on top of it, and then the line and points. This is the typical order. Let's again turn on the other continent. About the, I'm just skip up to here because you know definitely what is all of them: cut, paste, copy, undo, print, save, redo. These are the typical things. We have add data. You are able to add your own data as a new data, the things that you create or you get or you develop. You are able to add it from here. It could be a raster data, it could be a vector data. We have some base map. All these base map are vector based data. They are typical, let's say, a base map. As you can see, if you just open them, you will get the base map according to your need. For instance, this one is a grayscale base map. This one is an imaginary base map. This one is have some vector, such as a road like this one. And there are OpenStreetMap. So you are able to add some map according to your wish, to your project. We will see in more detail. Also, there are some projects ready into the online GIS. Of course, I'm not right now, currently, I'm not signed in to my account. But if you have an ArcGIS Online, which is free, you are able to get it from a S3 website. If you just sign in, like here, you are able to look for some project, for some data, for some features. This is and you can put it in your, let's say, project. You can integrate it with your project. This is about the add data. We have a scale bar or map scale. It doesn't matter which one you wish to call. You are able to change the map scale from here. This is work for data view. Okay, don't mix them, data view and layout view, because the work process are different. So you are able to change the scale. For instance, if I change 1/1000, definitely I will get a much more big detail, which I don't know where is it right now, but accordingly, if I just change it to 1/100,000, still it is big. Let's put it 1/1,000,000. Yes, at least I get something right now. It seems that it is Turkey. Or where is it? I'm not sure. No, it is Crimea. So, as you can see, you are able to work with this scale. You are able to change the scale. You are able to get a big scale, smaller scale. We have a editor toolbar. We will going to work with it, I think, in after midterm. After midterm, we will going to work with this editor toolbar, because it is very, let's say, itself, it is very huge topic itself. You need one session for this editor toolbar. We have a table of content, which we will see it here. We have a catalog, as I explained it at the beginning of the course. We have it also here as an arch catalog, and we have it here as a catalog. We have some search. Again, after midterm, you are able to use this one in a better way. For instance, you want to do some things in GIS. For instance, I want to have a spatial join, let's say. So you are able to find the tools that you wish. Everything, either, for instance, we don't have, or for a data, or for a tools. As a tools, we have this amount of the join. We have a local search, we have ArcGIS and enterprise search. So you are able to find each of them. They will tell you about it, and they are sometimes give you explanation of the, let's say, that join. These function or these tools that you will see, there are some things about joins inside of them, either add join, join info, join field, or for instance this one I just see this join. There are some join inside the description of those tools. So this is a search function if you want to find anything inside the ArcGIS as a tools, as a function. Okay, we have a toolbox which is here. If it is open, I'm already have it here. Yes, it is just open. All the tools is here inside the Arc toolbox. These are bunch of the tools. There are many tools that I'm just personally could say that I know just few of them. And not only me, no one know all of them, because as you remember in previous session, we tell you that GIS work in many different discipline. So that's why we have many different type of the tools. So according to each discipline, they use their own, let's say, tools. For instance, those who wants to work with the 3D analytic tools, such as a 3D feature, such as a city engine. There are relevant tools accordingly. For instance, in my area of the study, I'm just use, let's say, there are some unique tools which everyone get use of it, such as data management. Anybody in a GIS, either forget about the discipline, they will use this data management because it is common in our GIS discipline. Or there are some like editing tools. We will use this kind of things as a common ground, but those working in a traffic or a network study use this one. However, the person who work, let's say, in a land inventory, he or she didn't need to know about the network analysis. Or those who work in a statistic, they are able to use this statistic or this spatial relation, either regression, correlation, and this kind of things. So according to the need, for instance, this is for a server tools, those who wants to work with a server. As I told you, GIS have a lots of discipline, and no one know all of them because they don't need all of them. Each people, according to his or her own discipline, use the relevant one. And we will use some, let's say, general tools during this course, since this is a very introductory course. We have a Python distribution. For those who knows what is a Python, it is very, not say new, but almost for previous decades. Start from, let's say, previous decade, from last 10 years ago. Most of the data science use this platform because it is easy to use and easy to understand. Accordingly, there are other platform, or there are other distribution, such as if I find right now, such as a conda distribution or a spider anaconda, like this one. For instance, I personally use a spider, or there are others such as anaconda navigator, such as a Jupyter. We have also Python in our let's say in Windows, because some of the program use this Python to, let's say, generate some of the function or analyze and tools. And most of the GIS, ArcGIS function especially run by Python distribution, run through the Python distribution. Python help you to automatic your process. Okay, it is very useful to automatize your let's say process. If you want to do same process several times, so it is better to use a Python. You are able to find lots of information into the internet, but very simply, as you can see here, if I just put 2 plus 2, they just give an answer to me very easily. So that's why it is a very easy program. However, other let's say program application for a developer, such as a C# or C++, for such operation 2 plus 2, you need first define an array, then pass the number to the array, and then add together and then put a result, which is need at least a few program sentences. However, in Python, it is everything there. Program easily understand. 2 is a integer number, and add another 2 to it and put the result as an output. I don't want to go to the detail. Anyway, this is about the Python distribution. We have a model builder for those who wants to, again, such as a Python, but in a, let's say, graphical manner. If you want to do some process in an automatic way, you will just able to make some module here, and then run your module at, let's say, by one click. You do a bunch of process and get the output. This is about that. I'm not explaining this snapping, because this snapping related to the editor, and we will see it in editor session. This is a zoom in, zoom out, pan. I don't want to explain them, you know, because since you are a AutoCAD user, so definitely you saw them even in the Photoshop. But this is a different, it is a full extent similar to the zoom extent in your AutoCAD. We have some fixed zoom in and fixed zoom out. As you can see, my scale bar in a fixed manner without the precision and decimal change. But if I use this one, this magnifier, the scale number change. From this one, I'm able to go to the previous zoom or my previous screen, or again, I can switch between my previous view. We have a select feature. Unfortunately, it is disabled here because this is somehow, let's close this Python distribution, because this map somehow doesn't have a feature. If I just right click on it, there is nothing under it. But later, if we see some real example, I try to show some in this session, then you will understand the difference. Then you will understand how you are able to use this select feature or clear or unselect feature. We have some select element. This select element is useful for a data view. Here, if I select, I cannot actually select anything, as you can see with this select element, impossible. But if I am in a layout view, like here, with use of this select, I am able to select this Europe, move it top down with north arrow, this legend, or this scale bar. I am able to change the place. I am able to even enlarge my, let's say, frame or this page, as you can see. So this select is related to this let's say layout view. You are also switch between data and layout view from this down here. As you can see, I'm switching here. So this is belong to the layout view. This is identity. If you remember in previous session, I am explaining you we have a attribute. Those let's say describe our spatial feature. For instance, we have Berlin here, or Leipzig, Dresden. I just choose this identity, and let's say I choose a Dresden. Let's see what would be happen. It tells us it is a point. It's have this amount of population. It is located in a European continent. Same things for Warsaw. Okay, as you can see, it's explained the population. It's explained the, let's say, continent and name. Or Köln, Duisburg, Essen, or let's choose this one. As a Duisburg, it's have a 514,000 something population. So it is described. Or if I choose this one, it is a river. You see, it is a Danube. The length is almost 3,700 kilometer length. Sorry for interrupting. That's for from the department. I need to ask. Yes, we will doing with identity. If you use identity, you are able to get the information related to the data. We have some hyperlink. If there are some web page which is integrated with this information, for instance, the municipality of the, let's say, Dresden, if you just use this one, it is directly connect you to the website. We have a HTML pop-up, same thing, which is done here by clicking the feature. We have some measurements such as a ruler. You are able to measure the distance, for instance, from Berlin to the Leipzig, which is almost, put it here as a meter, okay, or up to Dresden, it's almost 150 kilometer. So you are able to find this thing, or you are able to measure some area. As area, I'm able to find the area in this manner, or you can count the area. You can have changed the unit. You are able to switch between your unit. This is a very handy tools. Sometimes for a quick measurement. Of course, it is not that much accurate, but it is good to get benefit of it. It's very handy measurement. We have some find tools. Again, this is related to the feature. If you find a feature among this layer, you are able to use this find, let's say, tools. actually I hit on the tools. I think it takes time to open it. Is there any question up to this moment until it's open?
No.
Everything clear? I try to keep it very clear and follow flow. So you are able to find a feature from the visible layer, from the selectable layer, or all layer in a data. If you just write something, you are able to get the information accordingly. It's like Control F in a Microsoft Word or similar program. We have some find route. Unfortunately, here we don't have a route. We don't have a defined route. So this helps you to get you a direction or help you about guide yourself to find a route. It's like a Google map. If you just write a point from this point, I want to go to the another point, it's going to find a route for you. We have some XY. As you can see, this XY, I'm able to add some point, or I'm able to find some point according to the spatial. Of course, we have a different, let's say, unit. We have a decimal degree, minutes, second. Mainly, we are using these three: MGRS or Universe Transfer Mercator or US National Grid. So at the moment, since we are just using a decimal degree, as you can see it here, it's actually we are using a decimal degree minutes second. So if I just put some, let's say, place, I just say 25 by 50. If I just flash, as you can see, it is located here. Or if I put a point, I can give a point. As you can see, this is the exact point. I'm just able to add some label for it. I can add a collocate, or we can find the recent point, or we can go to that exact point. As you can see, again, I'm used the full extent to return to our previous point. So this is good to find. It is like a GPS. You can find the things that you wish. We have a time slider. If you have some time series data, for instance, what was before, what was now, you are able to use this time slider and see what is the process or what was the sequence. And we have some create view. If I just click here, it provides a view for me from the place that I am, which for instance from Bucharest, from the Sofia, Skopje, and Palermo, as you can see, like this. So this is about this part. I'm just click this one. I'm just get rid of it because we will use the georeferencing in a georeferencing session, and I hope I'm able to close. So what about this? We will come to this one. This is important. I'm just move to the layout view. If I move to layout view, they will be active. These feature or this function help us to work or to zoom or to navigate on our layout. If I am zoom on my paper, let's make this one fixed first of all. If I am zoom in my layout, like this one, still the scale of map is fixed, but I'm just zoom on my paper. Or if I'm just use this pen, which is belong to the layout, I'm able to move the layout left and right. But if I am use this one, this pen, which is belong to the data, this time my data going to move, and I will lose my, let's say, appearance of my map. So please be aware between difference of these two. Okay, otherwise the function are same. as you can see, plus magnifier, minus, plus, but there is a paper under it. If you just go a bit through it, you will see that there is some paper under it. Or this is also the description, right? Pan the map layout by dragging on it. But this is a pan for the map, the ones that we use for a map. Again, fixed zoom for the layout, or fixed zoom out, or previous extent, or next extent. There are same things, but for a layout map. If I am just go to the data view, which is here, these are going to be disabled. So we are not able to work with them. And one thing before I am going to the next part, we have also an ArcMap option. Anytime you start a new project, try to fix this part. Let's wait until it's open. Yes, here we are. We have some, let's say, a general feature about the things that you want to. It's about general appearance, about the data view, what is you want to see, which unit you want to get. About the layout view, actually this part we will going to use since we are using a metric system, we get centimeter, and in order to increase accuracy we use 1/10 centimeter. Accordingly, you are able to add some metadata. The table things, that the appearance of the table, either the color of the record, I'm not deal with them. Display cache, sharing file. If you do something in a network, you are able to do these things. Just be aware, but we definitely use this part, layout view. Okay, this is about that one. About the view, we almost covered the view data. One more thing I forget about the bookmark. Let's go to the data view again. If I'm not explain some of these, like this one or these things, either I will going to explain it later, or you never use it at all. That's why I don't want to, let's say, bother you with this. For instance, some of these I'm almost covered these things about the model builder, Python result, environment, Arch, Toolbox, search. But these are the tools, for instance, such as buffer, clip, intersection, union, merge, or this sort. The ones that I am explaining, it is under the Arch Toolbox. They are general data management tools. And yes, I'm going to tell you about the bookmark. This is also important things. You need to create some bookmarks. Sometimes you will work in a very specific point, in a several specific point. For instance, you will work in a Minsk, same time you will work also in a Berlin, some projects. So you want to move or switch between them. So you need to just easily come to the location and give the name and make it as a bookmark. For instance, I just choose this one. I call it Minsk, and I am go to the another one. Let's say here is Sen. So I want to also make another bookmark for the SN. So if I want to switch between them, I'm just easily can go to the minutes and do my job there, and then again come back to the SN. You are also able to manage between your bookmark. You are able to add some of your bookmark. You are able to get rid of your bookmark. And one more thing, we have here a property. From this property, you will see your feature cache. If you have any cache, you have some annotation group, which is accordingly set. We will tell you what is the extent indicator and frame in the relevant session, not now. About the size position, these three will be explained on the dynamic map. I will tell you which course. We have some general part, as you remember from the map information. You will give some name, author, description. We have a data frame coordinate, and about the illumination and grid. Again, grid also for a dynamic map. Let's very quickly check from our course outline. Yes, we are here. Actually, we try to give you some overall interface for a dynamic map and layout map. We will see most of these tools, but before that you need to learn about the symbology and classification, how symbology and how classification going to be work. For this session, I try to also give you a very simple example. Let's see a very simple example. I'm just open ArcMap. I'm just close this one. Yes, there is a New York example for a Brooklyn neighborhood. If you download it, you are able to check it out. I'm going to put this example. I'm already downloaded. It is a WinRAR like this, but you will need to extract it. Let's send it to my desktop. Okay. From here at data, I'm able to find my project under the desktop. And it was a New York. Should be. Anyway, let's copy it. Because it is a shortcut, it's not able to work with it. Sorry, my desktop is very messy. Yes. Now, from here, I'm just go add data and try to find the New York example. Here we are. I'm trying to just add this 4 feature. As you can see, we have a line feature, we have a point feature, and we have a polygon feature. This is an example for New York. So since building is a smaller than land use, so I try to drag it down. As you can see, we have some polygon, we have some polyline, we have some line, and we have some point. I'm just use this one to identify some of these things. For instance, if I'm just hit, let's say this building by chance, this is a office building. The status is construction. The height to the roof is 33 by 67. meter or feet, dependent to the unit. We don't know the unit. And ground elevation is 6 meter or feet upper the mean sea level. It is office building. If I choose, let's say this one, it is installation. It have this amount of height and the ground level is like this. For this road, this is a secondary road. It is a one-way, doesn't have bridge and doesn't have a maximum speed. For this one, it is a residential road. It is a one-way road. Or this one, it is a service type of the road. As you can see, it is go to the back side of the building. We have some, again, residential road here. We have some point. Let's look at what is this point. This is a cross sign point. What is this one? It is a stop sign point. Definitely the people who wants to cross, they need to stop somewhere. So these are the very typical example. Again, this is another installation building. This is a residential land use. What about this one? It is a Bilbron Memorial Playground. And what about the others? It should be a railroad, definitely, since there are too much. As you can see, this is a subway road. We have some, again, subway road and other road which is located here. This is a very typical example of the GIS. Actually, this is a very simplest one, but it is a fine example for beginning. You are able to find it, as I told you, in the staff web page. Let's come to our class. Is there any question up to this moment? If there is no question, I will going to stop our course here because we are
Hajam,
yes. Who is
where
it?
we can find the records? Because I'm trying to look at it.
Just 1 second. Who is speaking? I try to. Ahmad.
Yeah.
I put the link. I put the link in a YouTube, in a conversation also here in a chat. Can you see this one? If you go there, I put it in YouTube. We don't have a LMS or Moodle.
Yeah.
Because it
Okay,
was
so
some
fine.
difficult to put this video. Sometimes some video, you know, that it's become very huge, 1 gigabyte sometimes. I tried to upload them last semester. It's going until 95%, then it is a stop, and I should do it from beginning. That's why a student tell me put it in YouTube. I'm start to put it in YouTube. I don't know, is it fine for all of you or not?
Yeah, John, it's okay.
It is fine, Hocam.
Okay, if it is fine, we are not going to use LMS. We just use Team and YouTube plus this staff web page. This, where is it here? Okay, all this, YouTube, you know how to use it, you know better than me. We have a team is everyone have it, and this is a staff. You don't need to register, you don't need to do anything. I will going to open all the example, relevant example, course by course. They are not open yet. Up to now, I'm just open the New York example. There are some previous student work. This is for instance, one of your friend for Jeren. I just put this example here. There's a homework accordingly. And this is our course outline. For those who come late, we finish about the navigation tools and overall user interface. You will have one assignment for the next session. I think most of you see, even one of you turn in. Okay, thank you, Muhammad. you done since your assignment. It is a very simple assignment. Don't make it complicated. Maybe you need 15 minutes maximum, 30 minutes. Please don't research in the internet. Please don't, just use your own word. Okay, for instance, as a GIS, don't write about the GIS explanation. I know the GIS explanation. I want to know what is your idea, what you want to do, or what is your wish, because it's helped me to change the course method. For instance, from previous semester, we changed lots of the things in the course because a student asked me, it is a correct thing, and I do it, why not? And I'm very flexible. I wish to hear from you all the time. And for next session, please try to start, if you have a WinRAR or WinZip, it doesn't matter which one you have. It is fine, you don't need it, but if you don't have, just get it from here. Download the S3 ArcGIS or any ArcGIS that you wish to use it from the internet. And we need AnyDesk. This one doesn't need to install. And this is our first example. I will, yes.
There is a password for the New York exam. What is this?
Yes, there was a password for all of them. I will write it for you in a chat, okay?
Okay.
There is a password. There is one password. I will write it for you. Not for a New York exam, for all of them. I will put it for you, except this one. The password of WinRAR is almost here. The password of WinRAR is here, but the rest I will going to tell you what is the password, Emre. Any question, any things that you wish to ask, any things that you wish to share?
When I start download the first program, not WinZip, the other one, GISR.
Okay.
Until now, I didn't know how can I upload it.
You don't know how to download it. You need to just click here. Can you follow? You just click here, S3 ArcGIS. It is come to the site here. You need to just press a download. It is in my Google Drive, and then press download anyway.
Yeah, that thing I did it.
Okay, then it is download. I don't want to press download because it's consume my traffic, but what is your problem?
And after that, what I should do?
You need to just install it. Let's show you from
I think you can share your screen with us or see the problem.
You didn't see my screen.
No,
if you download the file, if you download the file, I am put a step here. You see, this is a step. Step 1, please set up the file. Step 1. Step 2. Step 3. But and this is for those who use a Turkish computer. These two files. I mean the Turkish keyboard or Turkish Windows. Sometimes, especially in Windows 7, those who use a Windows 7. I put everything. You need to just extract it, drag and drop it in your computer, and then you will able to follow the process. If you face with a problem, just write me in a WhatsApp, in Instagram, I don't know, in Facebook. We will make a time together and we will do it for you one by one. Okay, don't worry about these things. Last semester I do, maybe I can barely say 20 installation. I do it from my home to the student. And of course you are able, if some of you in the campus or if you are in dormitory, I'm here, you are able to come to my office during my office hour, which is a Friday. I'm here, we can do it here together. If any problem,
Thank you,
Bahad,
hocam.
just write to me after the course in Instagram, WhatsApp, I don't know, anyone that you wish. But one more thing, since I have one course in EMU, I'm not using Teams except Friday and for assignment. Because it take my memory, and as you can see, my laptop is full of the program, so this program kill my memory, so that's why I'm just keep it turned off. Therefore, I put a WhatsApp for you in order to make a quick connection between us. Those who didn't have WhatsApp can use Instagram or write an email for me. I will do my best.
Okay,
So,
hocam.
thank you from all of you. Thanks to join us in this session. Hope you live safe and hope you will find. If there is no question, see you by next week and have a good weekend.
See you, hocam.
Thank you hocam.
Thank you, hocam.
Bye.
See you, John.
Thank
See
you.
you.
See you later.